Youth. What does youth have? Energy. Enthusiasm. Passion. Any country's strength and wealth is India's, is its youth, is its people. Is its people. And healthy people or unhealthy people? Healthy people. And what do people have? What is the strength of people? What is my strength? My skills come after. What is your skill? What is your strength? Must recognize what is your strength. What is your strength? What is it that you have which is equal for all? And that is the wealth of a country. What is it that all of you have? Whether you're coming from rural areas or urban, whether you're coming from rich homes or poor, whether you're coming from literate homes or unliterate. What is it that all of you have? Freedom. You have freedom. Okay, what else? Mindset. What else?
Dreams.
Huh?
Dreams.
Sorry?
Dreams.
Dreams. Okay. Huh? Ability to think. What else? Opportunities. Some have, some don't. Some dream, some don't. Some have freedom, some don't. What is that all of you have?
Time.
Potential.
Time.
Who said that? You said it. What's your name?
Sidhu.
Huh?
Sidhu.
Sidhu. Sidhu, you said it.
Yeah.
You all have the same 24 hours of the day. Isn't it? Thank you, Sidhu. You all have time. What is the wealth of a farmer? Time. With time, what is the wealth of a student? Time. Books come with time. If you don't have the time, you have the books, but you don't have time to read. What will you do? The books will just lie on your table. If you're unhealthy, you have the time, but you can't use your. If you don't have the time. So time is the wealth of a nation. Every hour, I want to give you this Guru Mantra today. This time is yours, but this time is India time. It's country's time. It's nation's time. Always remember what I'm trying to tell you. This is the essence of life. This is the essence of patriotism. The essence of patriotism is my time, my skills belong to the country. My time is national wealth. Therefore, then it becomes then what? If my time is the nation's wealth, is also what is below, what is its spectrum is nation's wealth. The 3G and the 4G, 2G is national wealth, the spectrum. The coal under downstairs is a nation's wealth. Gold mines is nation's wealth. Nation's water is nation's wealth. Potable water, clean water, potable water is nation's wealth. Oil is nation's wealth. The entire UAE is full of oil. It's nation's wealth. But one thing which the world, every person has the wealth, which is contributed to nation building, is time. Is the way every person uses the time. Have you understood? This is the mantra. And let me tell you, this is the mantra of life. Every person, as you grow and you become conscious, child does not know essence of time. Child lives in time. Child enjoys in time. Child is a child till child does not know. He sleeps when he wants, he plays till he wants, he eats when he wants. That is why it is a child. Child, it is the mother who's worried, now it's time to sleep. It's time to eat. That's why it's a, but the child does not know. Child forgets everything when the child is playing. That is called pure humanity. That's why it's called nearest to God. Because the child is just free. Child just has no boundaries. But as we grow, we have homework to do. We have time to sleep. We have time to go to school. We have an examination to take. But there is something common in all. What is that? What is that? But do you think it's only you? And what do you do? What do you do in that is equal to productivity. Is equal to productivity. After all, even the factory, any laborer, any person who works in a factory, they all use the time in the end to make a product, but they've used the time. And I believe productivity in India is one of the lowest. I was seeing when I was preparing to group my thoughts for you, to speak to you, I was looking at my own library which I keep. I realized productivity in out of many liberal democracies and wealthy democracies, India's productivity is much lower. Even China is pretty low, let me tell you. But productivity is very low. One of the most productive countries are some of the even African countries. I was quite surprised. But productivity in our country is very low. Why? Because we want to have long tea, long lunch, want to go early. That is why if you see, when the Prime Minister came and took over, what did he do in the beginning? What did he do? One of the first things he did, he set up biometrics. And he wanted attendance to be recorded. Why? He said at least a public servant should come in time and go after finishing the work. And do you know what the research is still showing? That even still, it's 25% people are still not coming in time. Now, when you're not working all your 8 hours properly, what are you doing? Poorly productive. Those many, and I was reading 4 or 5 days ago when this analysis was shown, they said so many hours have been saved, which means so many man hours have been saved, so many more files have been cleared, so many more decisions have been taken, so many projects cleared faster. India's productivity is moved up. Are you absorbing what I'm saying? You're all very bright students. Moment you become conscious of the movement of time, you are becoming exceedingly productive. And the more productive each one is, the more productive the nation is. The more hardworking a farmer is, the better the agriculture. You can have vagaries of weather, but all other variables being constant. If he works hard, he gets up in time, he works harder through rain or shine, productivity goes up, agriculture goes up, money circulation goes up, inflation comes down. Because he's got more purchasing power, productivity has gone up because there's more demand, there's more supply. Nation's wealth, more income generated, more money in the national budget, more money in the national budget, more investment in infrastructure, more colleges coming up, more teachers employed, more students generated, more time generated. India's GDP goes up. But this is a positive cycle. The negative cycle is if each one thinks this time is mine only. What I do is mine. You forget it's not your time only. It is the time of the nation. It's Indian time. It's not Indian Standard Time. It's Indian time. Have you got my point? This is the way I worked all my life. When I used to leave for my work in the Indian Police Service, I felt 24 hours is for the police. When I joined the police service, there's no holiday. Like when a soldier joins the army, there's no holiday. 24/7. Similarly, even the teachers don't have a holiday, let me tell you. The more they read, the more they educate you on their own. The more they research, more they give you. There's no holiday. There's no limitation. There is no holiday even in politics. The politician works 24 hours. It's the way he works makes the difference. If he works 24/7 for largest good, there's a change in his constituency. But if he works selectively and he wastes his time on other things, that much his constituency declines. It's all about productivity, and India's productivity is very low. I'm saying this word because you are all professionals in the making. You want India's productivity to go up? Do you? Then your each individual productivity will become collective productivity. Individual creativity will become collective creativity. Individual character will become national character. And character doesn't happen. Character also means time. Character is nothing but a bundle of habits. Habits strung into a personality. And each habit is inculcated by time. Day by day. Day by day is a habit. It's like habit of reading. Let me put it on silent. I'm in a meeting, call me later. Thanks. So when you grow up, remember that this is not a private time, it's national wealth. And that consciousness will not let you waste a moment. I want to give you something very interesting. We are just about to launch a national channel program. I was just sharing with your dean and your colleagues here and your friends who were with me on the lunch. Yesterday I interviewed for a national channel which is yet to be announced, so they were not mentioning the name of the channel, the name of the program. I just did a program. We just started a pilot program yesterday, and I interviewed a person. That person is a principal of a college. She educates 5,000 children, 5,000 girls in a remote area in Punjab. It's a rural belt. And I interviewed her. Her college has been voted as India's best college. Can you believe it? There's a grading. And that woman, her name is Dr. Madhu Prashar. I interviewed her because that channel is picking up, identifying the best women icons who may not be known, but they need to be, their story needs to be told. So they picked up this first pilot project and they asked me to anchor that program, to interview her. When I talked to her, do you know the secret of her success has been, she does not waste a moment. That's why I'm talking about teachers. There's not a moment she lets go unnecessarily. She has something creative to do. She enjoys her life. She has interior decoration as her hobby. She has many hobbies. But she has something, her life is so creative that one life is changing 5,000 lives regularly, daily. So what I'm trying to say is, once you get into, I was going to share, and she is the one who told me this. Therefore, I want to tell you, that's how my thinking came on Dr. Madhu Prashar. She says she went to Japan, and only to see how is Japan different in education from India. And she says she was surprised to see that every school, I'm not talking college, it can be college also, every school is based on 3 pillars of education. 3 pillars. The first pillar is that they are valuing their family bonds. They have a family tree of every child. Can you believe it? Every child knows what her or his grandfather was, what his great-grandfather was, what family they came from. The first principle they adopt is family bonding, family unity. They do that as family. So that the children want to be like their great-grandfather, they're very proud of them. So they have a family pride. Second is, children are taken to various sites in Japan as national history. Every child goes to history. They go to the kingdom, the palace of the king, and they go to other very important historical places. Every child doesn't read only, they go. They visit. Okay? They visit. Third thing is that every child goes to the Buddhist places and they meditate. Every child meditates. 8-year-old, 9-year-old meditates. She says these are the 3 pillars on which the Japanese education is built on. First thing, binds them to their family. Second thing, connects them with their character, with their nation, history, right? Third thing, creates a balance between their mind and the body, and they become calm. They suffered the most in the last tsunami. Suffered the most. I did not see a single image on the television of panic. I did not. If you saw it, I'll be surprised. I did not. And they went through the worst of the tsunami when cities got lost all along. But I did not see any panic. They all helped each other. Then he says, I asked the Japanese people. Actually, I tweeted this yesterday. These 3 pillars of Japanese, which she told me. I tweeted it. If you go to my tweets, if some of you are on the tweets, go to my yesterday's tweets. 3 Japanese pillars. I tweeted it. I found it so exciting. And I said, all the 3 things are not in our schools at all. None of this is in our school. None of them. Now, on 21st of June this year, yoga will come. Because of the Yoga International Day being celebrated all over the world. Yoga will enter, hopefully. But even here we will be divided. Why yoga here? Do it at home. Why talk of yoga? This is Hindu. Somebody said, no, this is not Hindu. You'll have a debate only on that and media breaking news on that. And only discussions. But the essence of yoga is gone. They are meditating. So I said, then she asked, what about books? What about studies? He says, of course they follow. But first you have to be loving your country, respecting your family, and be value-based. First thing is values. You have to be character-based. That is why Japan is so known for their own character. Character of nationalism, character of hard work, discipline, sacrifice, and integrity. Exceptions are always there. But isn't it a fact that when Japanese is known for this homogeneity, it's because of this. Now you understand? And it is all by that. Another thing I asked her, and it's a very interesting thing. I asked her, why is your college the best? What basis is your college being declared India's best college? There's a national accreditation group, NEC, which did that study. You have to apply, colleges apply for this and say we want to be examined to enter the competition. So the college applied and they got into the competition. I asked her, I said, tell me more, what do you do? She says, the college or a university or an educational institution is a temple of learning. She says, in a temple, when we go into a temple, do we have this on? We put it on vibration or silent, don't we? Don't we? We do that? Or do we? Some of us even have it there. But he says, when we want to sit and pray quietly, we want to put it down. We want to put it on silent. He says, college is a temple of learning. No girl or boy, that's only girls. Nobody is allowed mobile phone there. Nobody. Nobody is allowed to bring. And if somebody brings it, they deposit it. And she says, I have PCOs in my public call booths. You can use it. For any emergency, you can use it. So there are PCOs, and any family has a message, they can give it to us and we will connect. But I want temple of learning to be only a temple of learning. And in that temple, there is no that distraction. Today, at every stage in our student life, it is distracted. Today, it's distracted. There is no concentration on what we are learning, even in a classroom. I'm not being critical. I'm only giving you what is working in some places, how people are thinking, and what is, in a way, weakening us. This is all will come on the television. When the program will come, I'll tweet it and you'll all get to know about it. And you must see these programs. These are the best women icons around the country whom you will get inspired from. She says there is no distraction. Again, it's coming back to what? Time management. Back to time. Even in college, no distraction, no diversion. Focus on education. It's a temple of learning. Just learn, go home and do what you want. After that, there is nothing. But learn as much as you can. These are the little things. You can imagine if we would bring this in any any expensive college, immediately there will be parents, PTAs will have a problem saying, no, our child, I want to stay connected with my child. How is my child? Even the parent would want the child to have the mobile with them. And the child will also. She said, you want to be admitted in my college? These are my rules. Otherwise, you can go elsewhere. And everybody wants to join this college. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? What's your view? What's your view? What do you think about it? Is she doing something right? Say yes or no. Yes. There you are. Please admit something which is right. And are we doing that right here? No. Perfectly correct. And would we like to do it? Yes and no. But when something like is a temple of learning, should it be distracted? No. Are we distracting it? Yes. Should we not correct it? Yes. But how do we correct it? Don't know. Is it possible? Yes. Is it difficult? Very. Isn't it correct? Yes. This is what is needed. But who bells the cat? Who bells the lion? It's a lion in the den. Youth, mobile, without mobile, for 5-6 hours. Unbelievable. But this is the need of the hour today. Believe me, if I were in her place, I would have done exactly that. Because what would I would have said, I want all your 6 hours. I want no distraction. Put your phone into this bin, lock it, keep the key. But the phone is with you, but it is here in the bin, in the cabinet. Take it when you go. Because we want you all. So children, friends, this is what it is. This is what you're going now. So I want to tell you also another reason why I've come. One is of course the club. You want to live for 1 year? You sow a seed. If your vision is for 1 year, so go and sow a seed. It's a very lovely quotation that I want to share with you. Sow a seed. You want to do it, plan for 10 years? What do? Plant trees. But if you want to look for 100 years, what do? Teach the people. Teach the people. I've come here for India's next 100 years. You are India's next 100 years. That is what brings me. Because whenever I reach out to the students, I never forget. 1 year, sow a seed. 10 years, plant the trees. You start getting fruits. Already, I have planted some trees. I'm already enjoying the fruits on my little farmland. We have a farm project where we planted. So, I'm already enjoying. I sowed some seeds. I get my vegetables within 2 months. So, you can have the palak, the spinach, the dhania, the tomato. You get it. It's all within months. But if you're planning for 100 years, then plant, educate people, which is you. Each one of you is the strength of this country. You need to realize that this is time of the nation. I have to invest into it. I have to build on it and build my nation with it. And not say, what has nation done to me? That I will give my time to the nation. The nation will only give you only that much. As much as you give. So the more you give, there's another thing. The law of nature is, the more you give, the more you get. The less you give, the less you get. There's a second thing which I thought I'd share with you. The science proves a science called epigenetics. Genes, when we are born, we are all born almost with the genes which we've inherited. But there's a science called epigenetics where you can change your genes. You can change them by your behavior. You want to alter your behavior, alter your thinking, improve your health. If something is genetic, you can change it. And science proves that means if you've inherited certain things or bad habits, you can change. If you inherited bad nature, you can change. You inherited good, you can keep. But that's by practice. I thought I would share with you the second thing. Third, research. I'm now only giving you what research has established. So that since I'm speaking to very bright students, I don't want to impose on you subjective views. I'm giving you empirical views, which have proven to be. Third, India wants change. It will change through you. I'll tell you how. When you join as professionals, you will be almost at the bottom level. And you will be at the middle level for a number of years. You don't begin as chief managers. You begin at the bottom, right? You have to begin at the bottom, otherwise how do you know? It's very few who begin at the top because daddy's work, so I took over as chairman right away. Very few. But by and large, everybody begins at the bottom. Do you know change begins at that bottom level? I'll tell you a reason. I'll give you an example of yesterday in my life. We have a rural project in Haryana and Bonsi. We were setting up an environment structure. And it was not getting cleared. Everybody is coming in the way that can't be done, it can't be done. My project director went to meet the Patwari, the Tehsildar, the Patwari. We were meeting people at the top level, it was not getting done. Then she went to the Patwari and she went to the Lambardar. And through the Patwari and the Lambardar, the work got done. Change is, if there is a change, it will be at the deputy secretary level, at the director level, at the manager level, at the deputy manager level. Thinking may come from the top. Policy will come from the top that we want to, like for instance the Prime Minister saying, make in India, made in India. But who will drive the change? Who will make? Who will make? The man on the shop floor. Who will deliver? The general manager. Who will be the government who will deliver? Their deputy secretary, the director and the joint secretaries. The middle level. You are all going to be in the middle level for a number of years. It is the change if you want to see in your country or in your office. Remember, this is how I did. When I was in the police or in the prison work, whenever I did, do you know how I drove the change? By going to the police stations every day, by walking my prison every day and working with my head warden, the assistant superintendent, the sub-inspector, the inspector. That's the middle level. And when I worked with them every day, I rewarded them, trained them, pulled them up if I needed to, recognized them, heard them. They delivered. Because I was with them. But if I would sit somewhere else and only issue written orders, will the work get done? It may not. But if you regularly working with that middle level, that's a middle level management. So you are tomorrow going to be managers. You want the change? Then you will be the change and your colleagues will be the change. At the moment, the productivity is very low. I already told you, it is nothing less than 25%. It's just about 25 to 30%. Every person can become 3 to 4 times more productive if they all deliver. So if you want to go in for productivity, first of all, remain productive. Secondly, you are the middle manager, you are the implementer. You can sabotage. नहीं अच्छा लगा हमको, नहीं करेंगे, इसको खराब करेंगे, वो खराब कर देंगे, नहीं हो सकता साहब. यहाँ इतना लोग मुझे उतनी help back then, I better clear my debts now. So that takes you to karma. Karma, good karma is good habit. So I basically want to take you towards national character building, karmic law of nature. So what you sow, you reap that. You reap what you sow. And that will come by every day being very conscious that this time is not mine. I am on borrowed time. I am on a rent on this earth. My goal and my work, my karma is to do the right, to think the right, so that I become a character, a part of the national character of this country. I thought I would share this with you these few views of mine and then have encouraged you to ask me questions. Thank you very much. I have a book for some of you. I've only got 25 copy books. This is a lot of things which I've said are here in this book in a very interesting illustrative way. It's like a storybook. It's like an illustrative storybook. And it's absolutely true. It's coming from my archives which I maintained. Some of the notes which my father used to give me when I was playing tennis. So I thought I brought 25 copies for you, leaving with your dean and your friends. This should be available in the market. It's only 50 rupees. And it's been subsidized by the publisher because the publisher wanted this to go to the students. It's a student edition of the idea in a way. And it's called The Making of the Top Cop. What makes you? This storybook finishes at the 25 years of my life. I'm writing the next series. It stops at the time when I entered the police service. And it also answers many questions which students have. This is going to be translated into all 14 languages. It will be also Tamil edition and other languages. But 25 books we brought for you. This is a Diamond Junior publishing house. I would urge you, if you're more interested in some of the Q&As which you and I may miss out because of shortage of time, this book, this illustrative storybook will help you get a lot of... In fact, time management is coming out exceedingly well in this. How I did everything as a student. Left out nothing. In one day, class attended, tennis played, NCC done, cycled back home, homework done, got for morning jogging again to compete in tennis and back to the classroom. And then if it was academics or it was music, it was art, it was athletics, it was declamations, everything is in this. So I have illustrated to you what is in this. What I said to you, it's illustrated in this. When you have the time, have a look at it. It will be very, very helpful for you in your time management, character building. The family also is in this. In fact, all the meditation is also in this. So it's interesting in just 34 pages. Okay, your questions now. Your mic. Achha, you only have one mic? Go ahead, use that. Yeah, what's your question?
Do you support feminism, ma'am?
Feminism? What is feminism? I support humanism. You are a human before you become anybody else. Don't meddle with the mic. Just keep it on. Now don't switch it off. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
It's deciding that even children today are involved in murders. They raise weapons against their teachers. So doesn't it pose a severe threat on the future of India? What is the need of the hour to change the situation?
Need of the hour is better parents. Better brothers and sisters. Need of the hour is better parenting, better brothers, better sisters, better grandparents, better neighbors, isn't it? Better teachers. All of them influence the child. Child is not born with a knife or a revolver. His mind is altered by outside circumstances. He is born peaceful. He becomes violent. He's born with good, he's born with joy. But when he changes, he's changed because of lack of care. So there are brothers, sisters, so the family has a role. Yes.
Hello ma'am, I would like to ask this question as you're a former top cop of the Delhi police. So recently after the rape incident in Delhi, the Delhi government as well as the centre decided to ban all internet-based cab services. I would like your opinion on that. Is it a step in the right direction for women's safety in India, or is it authorities passing the buck on to someone else?
No, I think as far as the Uber is concerned, that is what caused the problem. They had nothing to be linked to. The verification was also delegated, and I'm aware of the case. The verification was also false, and verification was also it was outsourced, and they had nobody to connect with if there was any trouble. They had not, so they continue to call themselves as aggregators and not as a transport company, transport providers, because what the trans needs is to become a transport provider. All they have to do is follow the rules and regulations. Others are following them, but they are still resisting it. And I think it's a matter of time. If they want to serve, they could follow the rules and regulations. And still aggregating is a process. They just have to become license holders. But that's their model around the world. That's why they're not trying to make an exception in Delhi or elsewhere. I think it's a matter of time if they want to do business. They were a very efficient service, undoubtedly. They're very, very efficient. I've also seen it, but compared to others should become as efficient as them. But I think that efficiency and security have to go together.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm Kiran Bedi from doing B Civil Engineering here.
Huh? Where are you from? You're Kiran Bedi? This is which Kiran Bedi?
I'm from Tuticorin, ma'am.
Huh?
Tuticorin.
Wonderful. So there's a South Indian Kiran Bedi? You're welcome.
My dad was so inspired about you, so he named me as Kiran Bedi.
Wow! I just don't know how to respond.
What was the inspiration? You was the first women IPS, right? So who made you to think?
The book tells you who made me. I want to give you this book. Come and take this book. So I've written to Kiran Bedi from Kiran Bedi. The answers now you're looking for. Go and show to your daddy what my daddy did. My father sent me to the tennis court every day. Does your dad send you to any game every day? Good. Show it to him. It's meant for him too. It starts with my father. Yeah, good.
I hope you excuse me for one personal question. I have watched a lot of your interviews, and in one of the rendezvous, you're definitely noticed as one of the most bravest women and a very sincere officer, of course. But then your daughter happened to mention that she missed her mother.
She missed her mother. Naughty.
No. She missed her. She missed her.
Who doesn't miss the mother?
When during her hard times, she happened to mention that she missed her mother. And any regrets?
None. You don't have a choice. But she also had the benefits of having a cop as a mother. Every child wants a mother all the time. But when you have a working mother, then as the child grows up, child also goes saying, my mom is a cop, my mom is an officer. But that was a growing up. Like I also always wanted my mother. Every child wants the mother when the child is going home. Of course, the modern children don't want their mother at home, so they can have fun. But I think she was one of those children who still wanted to have the mother around. That's now. Yes. Say. You can stand up and speak if you don't have a mic. You have a mic. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome here. in light of the recent rape cases and the investigations going on, there has been controversy that people in India don't have a broad mindset, that they don't recognize a person's wants or desires, and that's why it is leading to more and more rapes. And there is also a bunch of people arguing that if prostitution was made legal in India, such things won't exist. What are your thoughts on that?
I can never think of prostitution as an economic activity. I just can't. It's an absolute exploitation of a woman's body to make it into an economic activity. I can't take it. Two things I can't take is legalizing of drugs and legalization of prostitution. It's absolutely abhorrent.
For all these reasons for violence, other than parents, is not media also an influence on youngsters? For all these violence that is happening in schools and colleges? Is not media an influence on youngsters?
It depends on the person what you take from the media. What you take from the media. Media is very vital because media educates as well. Media informs as well. Media inspires as well. Media also provokes as well. It depends on what you want to take out of it. So in media, you have choices. It's like films. People make films. But who buys the ticket and goes to see the film? Who? We. So if we won't, the remote is in our hands. The ticket is in our hands. Choice is in our hands. So this life today, this age is of choices. You will be what choices you make. You people make right choices, you will have better results. You will make bad choices, you will have bad results. So choices are available today. Choices to educate yourself, choices to fail. Choices to be employed, choices to waste. Choices to be productive, choices to be deceitful, to show you're working but you're not. Choices to be honest, choices to be dishonest. So these are choices. So media is today a very important choice. You can choose the best out of them. It's information, it's knowledge, it connects the whole country, it entertains. But if you think it's harming your thinking, switch off, go do something else. So choice must be exercised rather than blaming the media. However, that is why you have censor boards to sift what is not acceptable to society. And they reject. That's why censor board acts as a balance. It has a restraint and yet has an element of freedom. Isn't it?
Dr. Your talk today is about being the change, and in a study that was done quite recently, India was voted one of the hardest countries to set up a new business in. And when bureaucracy stifles us from the top, how are we at the bottom and the middle supposed to be the change when there's such a stifling effect from the top itself?
That's what the government of India today is on ease of business. There's so much of talk about ease of business rules, and they're gradually cutting out a lot of processes. They're admitting that India was a big bottleneck as an incentive to open new business. That is why, if you notice, the government is coming up with very interesting policies. But what you can do is keep identifying the bottlenecks as you proceed, and keep writing through your groups like the CIIs, the ASSOCHAMs, the TAI, the YPOs. You got young chambers of JCs. You got these groups, industrial associations. Keep reporting that this is not a good idea, because the current survival of the current government will now depend on implementation of these reforms. So you need to tell them what's wrong, and then as an organized group, as networkers, you can pursue it is important, because we got 60 years of debts to clear, 60 years of a mindset to clear. There's a story of monkeys. I'll tell you about a story of monkeys. The story is, there were 6 monkeys and somebody hung bananas upstairs, and this is a survey company which wanted to look at ideas and behavior, since you talked about ideas. So what happened was, this is likely to happen even with your group as you grow. Every time the monkey climbed up to get that banana, somebody put very cold water on the monkey. So the monkey came down. There were 6 monkeys. The second also went up. They put a lot of cold water. He couldn't get the banana. He came down. The third also went up. He came down. So the message to these 6 monkeys was, the banana is there, but if you go there, you'll get blasted with very cold water. So don't go there. So they stopped going. What the research team did was, they changed one monkey and brought a new monkey who did not know about this cold water. Right? So the new monkey came, he climbed on to get the banana. What did the 5 monkeys do? Pulled him down. Second new monkey came, he again went up, others pulled him down. But by the time, cold water had been stopped. Yet, no effort by a new entrant was allowed by the old entrants. And even when all 6 monkeys were new, none of them had been blasted by cold water. They had not experienced it. They were only told. They had not experienced. They had only been told. So even with new monkeys who had not been blasted by cold water, the old idea remained. Old fear remained. Nobody decided to say, let me try once again. Let me see what happens. Dekhoge kya hota hai. Nobody allowed them. Nobody dared. You are the new generation. You will look at these things and you will report against it. Others will tell you, kuch nahi hoga. अरे परेशान हो जाएंगे, इंस्पेक्टर पीछे लग जाएगा. You say, let me try. Let me try. I'm a new generation. I've been asked to report. I'm being the change. Let me try. So once you be the new monkey, it will change. Okay? Thank you. Oh, wish you best of luck for Kurukshetra. He said that. Yeah, Kurukshetra is a great word. You know that? Kurukshetra means battle of values, battle of determination, battle of stamina. I want to wish you lots of. This is what I've come for actually, is for your Kurukshetra event, and wish you all the very best. May you all win the life of your Kurukshetra, and may you be the Christian. May you be the glorious Christian, and may you be the glorious Pandavas. None of you be the Kauravas, okay? Okay, last 2 questions.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, last 2 questions. Okay, last question. Alright, sir, last question.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Okay.
How do you do community policing in a place where there are so many sects giving opposite views?
That doesn't matter. Security is a binder. Community policing in security is a binder, and that's the technique and the professional capability of the area police in charge. How does he connect with people, the market associations, the old age, the senior citizens, the professionals, the youth. When he brings them together on security keeping, then he brings them together. There is no conflict on that, because everybody wants security. I don't see a conflict in that. I've done a lot of community policing. It's worked when you bring even disparate groups. The problems happen only when you bring politicization in that. You don't have to. You bring a politician also, but even then he's a beneficiary because the whole constituency is safe. So I've never seen community policing even in disparate groups. You give them responsibility of their own areas and give them resources, give them training, they work together. So I wish you once again the very best of your Kurukshetra event. I want to thank all of you who've invited me here and who gave me such a patient hearing. Thank you.